Drew, you killed this shit. Drew, you killed this shit.
Yeah, that's right. Don't change that channel. Them 4CB boys is back in the building. Four Corners, we back. We had a little hiatus. We got to reset, but we back, baby. And we are back just in time because we are on the heels of Elimination Chamber. Revolution of AEW just happened. And we are on the road to WrestleMania, baby. And so a lot of stuff to talk about in the world of wrestling. But before we do that, please make sure you go over to 613 Faye Productions, the YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe, tap in with us. And hey, we got some new content for all you wrestling heads. You know what's up. WWE 2K24 is out and about, and we got a new episode, a new season of My GM League popping every Monday, and you better tune in. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tap in with the host, Hollywood Mike T, who is here today, subbing in with us. What's up, Mike T? How you doing, bro?
Man, the divine nature. I guess I'm filling in because I'm the host for the show. I get to tell y'all a little bit about it, but I'll tell y'all at the end.
Yes, please. Hey, keep that in mind. So he's going to let us know on the details on all that stuff later in the show. Glad to have you here, my brother. Hey, Jay Will with 1L. What's up, baby?
Good, Mar. Good to see you, man.
Hey, good, man. Hey, I ain't even gonna cap, man. I'm kind of jelly you got that NWO split sweatshirt on. That shit kind of fly, bro. For
Man, you
life.
know it.
For life. Okay. And of course, last and certainly not least, Mr. Royalty himself, King Mel. What's up with you, big dog?
What's happening? How y'all doing?
Hey, I'm still in line from you, man. We here to talk that good old wrestling.
Get it.
So throw them foes up, throw them quads down. We back in the building. So, you know, since we here and first episode in a minute, we got to talk about the most important thing that just happened, just transpired, Revolution AEW. And we got to talk about the farewell match. We talking about it's Sting. So, I mean, let's go around and, hey, man, that's the last match. That's it. There's no mas. So, hey, Mike T, our special guest, come on, man, talk to us, man. How you feeling about Sting's last match, and just overall, give us your thoughts and feelings about Sting overall, his whole career, man.
Okay. I was going to ask you, did you want me to talk about Sting or the whole pay-per-view?
We'll talk about Sting and just how you enjoyed his career or dislike or his career, and then we'll kind of hit everybody, and then we'll talk about the match after that.
Okay. Sting, man, Sting is the icon, the franchise. He was the franchise for WCW for a long time. You could argue he was the franchise of TNA for a long time as well.
Fair.
He definitely held it down. He was the first and might have been the only one that proved that you could be a superstar without WWE. Nobody has yet to do that yet since. Now, there's people that are stars, but they're not transcend like Sting. So it's good to see he got his retirement match the way he got it. And I'm happy for him. I don't know if that would have happened in WWE, but it was dope, dope for him.
No doubt. Jay Will talk to us about the career of Sting, man.
So I love Sting. I really got to know Sting as Crow Sting in WCW. His feud with Hulk Hogan when he would come in from the rafters. That was some incredible stuff for me to see at that age. And that was my pops was the reason why I started watching WCW. So that Sting's career, it meant a lot to me to see that sort of stuff, man. To actually sit back and watch the pay-per-view and see his final match and the way it went, it really goes to show how much a person wrestler like that, they will never know it, but what they did will make an impact on you and how you feel about wrestling and your life and things like that. And Sting had that. I love Sting, man. Like, congratulations to him for stepping out, doing that last match, and such an amazing career, bro. He really has had a tremendous career.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. King Mel, talk to us, man.
All right, so I'll just put it like this: just everybody know I'm the youngest on this show. I ain't debating that. So I didn't get a chance to enjoy Sting the way that you was able to, Mar, the way that Jay Will was able to, or the way that Mike was able to. Y'all was able to see him in his prime, Monday Night Wars,
Mm-hmm.
and if not before then. But me, as a young man, growing up, as a little kid, was able to see him in TNA. I enjoyed his work in TNA. I remember when he first came in. I remember when he beat Jeff Jarrett. I thought it was dope. And he also came up with Joker Sting. I wasn't too much of a fan, but I can't lie, it was entertaining at the same time. So he kept creating some way with that face paint that made it interesting for his career. So we had Surfer Sting, we had Crow Sting, Wolfpack, Joker Sting, AEW, WWE, all type of different face paints for him. And it's just great to see him close the curtain as a champion.
We also had him without face paint in Main Event Mafia.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different character. Like the changes between the paint actually did mean something. Like people talked about how Kane, when he took the mask off, was a different person. When he changed that paint, he was a different character, but he still had that. He had that aura. It sounds very cliche to say it, but like he still he was a different kind of guy. The change of the paint. Wolfpack Sting was totally different from Crow Sting. Like we actually heard him talking. He was like he did the whole mute thing as Crow. But man, you talk about menacing. That man came down to that ring. He had that black bat and just pointed it at you like, dog. It was like, yo, this man is going to wreck and leave. That man was a monster, bro.
I feel you. Like I agree with all y'all. Definitely Sting had a big piece, and I think it's just about everybody who loves wrestling. He's a big piece of their fandom on why they like wrestling. Sting's part of that, and everybody's. But let me be the hater. Let me be the hater of this, of this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, because I've had that energy with Undertaker, where I kind of felt like, hey man, you hanging on a little bit too long. I'm gonna have the same energy with Sting. And before we get to the match, I just kind of I like Sting. Yes, you've been a big part of my childhood, but bro, like come on, dog, like, I think you better let it go. That's just me. Y'all don't have to feel the same way. I had that energy with Undertaker where I felt like you wrestled a little bit too longer than I personally needed you to. I kind of felt that way with Sting, despite, he was still able to put on some good matches. That's just me. That's just me personally. So I needed to get off my chest. I got a couple of haters on Twitter that got mad at me when I said that. So that's just me personally. It's because I'm scared. Like when I see dudes in they 60s and stuff taking bumps, I'm scared. Like, damn, is this dude about to die? So that's just me. Like, that's just me. But anyway, let's talk about the match. Jay, King Mel, talk to me about the match. Did you enjoy the match? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Talk to me.
Overall, I'll put it like this. I enjoyed the match.
Mm-hmm.
Young Bucks, or whatever they're calling themselves.
Sir, no, they're the EVPs now.
Excuse me, EVPs.
Yeah, they're going
Matthew
by
and Nicholas.
Yes, they're going by Matthew and Nicholas. Yes.
Yes. I felt like they did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Darby did a good job, except for that ladder through the glass part. And then I thought Sting just looked like he was having fun. From that moment that he had that entrance with his son sharing the stage, I was like, okay, this is dope. This is dope. Like just seeing all different versions of Sting. And You know, that's one thing a father could always ask for is just to share the spotlight with your kid, and he had both of them up there.
Yeah. Yeah, you could tell that he was having like a good like send off farewell, and they like that's one thing I'm not gonna hate on Sting that what you said he looked like he was just having fun, man. He was just enjoying the moment. Is that fair to say, Jay Will? How did you enjoy the match as well?
I really enjoyed the match, and to Mel's point, it was nice to see him have his sons out there with him, in different eras of his, with the NWO, Sting, and then came out his first like in the original gear from like his first match at the Greensboro Coliseum as Surfer Sting. That was really cool to see. Also, like I kind of got to bring it up, like earlier in the show, if people were really paying attention, everybody was paying tribute to Sting in some way. Like Daniel Garcia came out with like a jacket that had scorpions all over it,
Hmm.
and then like I forgot who else had it. They actually had like a scorpion on his pants during the match, and I was like, yo, they really paying this man so much love and so much respect that night, and it was good. It was a great send off. The match was cool. I still don't get the Darby with the glass. I still don't get that because it's just like, do we need the blood? Do we need all this? But
Hey, that's AEW, man.
hey,
That's them. Hey, for wrestling folks, we gotta understand this is AEW by now. All right,
yeah,
this is what they do. This is what they do. So
it was cool though to see he Sting really had fun out there. He had a good time. They showed how much of like how he still got it. He's he moving a little sluggish, but he can still really run with them out there. He took what is it the two they call them triggers V triggers like that
no,
he took like two of them. He
sir,
took
the
multiple
EVP triggers now.
EVP triggers. My
Yeah.
bad.
Hey, look, hey, look, Nicholas, Matthew. No, for real. It's like they trying to tap into they Mr. McMahon little characters now. So I mean,
Nah, yeah, facts. And it was in the way he finally won and he won it like his move the ending was in tandem with Darby Allin where he did the stinger like not stinger splash but the death drop, then he did the coffin thing where he does, and then
yeah,
he finally put him in the scorpion deathlock. But
yeah.
it was a great match. It was a great way to end it off for that man.
Word. Mike T, Hollywood Mike T, man. Did you get a chance to watch that match, my dog?
Yeah, it was pretty good. To me, I don't. I mean, of course, everybody's going to nitpick about the Derby spot, but I mean, it's like, dog, why are you nitpicking about the Derby spot when this man done killed himself 76
So
times?
many times.
That's
That's what he do.
what he does. So, I mean, I'm not going to nitpick about that. Um, I like the intro of the match. I like the son getting involved doing the stinger splashes. That was pretty dope as well. I mean, it's one thing to have your sons come down and dressed as you and walk into the ring. It's another thing to have them involved doing your move. And the one in the red, the one in the Wolfpack thing, he got pretty high.
Yeah.
He
Cause
got pretty high, man. I mean, this was a good send off. We never really got a retirement match or a leaving TNA match or a retirement match, leaving WWE match because unfortunately with WWE he got hurt.
yeah.
So this was pretty dope for his final match.
So let me ask you this, Mike T. Was this probably the best way to send them off, Steve? Farewell match.
If this is what he wanted, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, he looked like he was having fun. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Also, it was good to see Ric Flair actually come out there too. Like that ties into their whole story and how they've worked together for so many years and the early stages of their career with one another. It was really good to have him also tied into that as well.
Hey, that's a great point. So when you talk about nostalgia, and I know it's a big piece of being a fan in wrestling, you talk about the history of Nature Boy, Sting, and also just Greensboro, North Carolina, all in general. And
Mm-hmm.
they kind of brought it all full circle. So I will give Tony his credit on that. Bravo, Tony. You know,
I ain't gonna hold you. I digress. Flair did not need to be there.
oh, well, speak on it.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. This show
So
I'm
you
not gonna
just
be
saying,
the huh?
like in the match, involved with the match at all. I got you.
Right. He could have been in the side like Lex Luger.
Lex Luger, yup, DDP.
T A Mag Magnum TA. He didn't
Mhm.
need to be in the match. I mean It's always got to be about Rick something.
It's Flair. It's Flair at this point. You know he need the spotlight. He don't care if it's 2 seconds. He don't give a damn. He just need it.
Okay. Hey, so you kind of co-signing what Mike T saying right there, Mel?
Yeah, Ric Flair had his retirement match.
He had like
It's on
5 of them.
pay-per-view. Now you need Sting retirement match too?
And you got to get super kicked. Why? For what?
Hey, that's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, what you feel about it, Jay Will?
I mean, I see why. I mean, again, tying back the history with the two of them, why he got involved in the match. I mean,
Don't switch up now. You
no,
just said you liked it.
no. Again, he's him being involved in any other way. I couldn't think about like how to tie him in, but I mean, he was there nonetheless.
Don't
But
tie
still,
him in.
history. That's all I'm thinking about with it.
Don't tie him in.
Hey,
Hogan wasn't there.
Who wasn't there? My bad.
Hogan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
And Hogan's a big piece of Sting's career. I don't want to say just because I don't want to put a measurement on just as much who was important in his career, but Hogan's a big part of that.
Yeah.
So, you bring up a fair point right there, Mike T. So, hey, Flair, it'd have been okay if you just been a cameo, not necessarily involved. It'd have been okay. I think we all can agree on that. If he was it'd have been okay if he's just a cameo and not necessarily integrated into the match. Hey, that's fair. But before we move off of Sting and the rest, so we always have this comparison, fellas, of Sting and Undertaker. I just want to get your thoughts and opinions on where is a comparison just? Is it fair? Where you kind of sitting at, because you look at a pillar who stayed in WWE for so long and Undertaker, and then you look at the pillar in WCW with Sting, and we kind of both talked about how they like Sting evolved his character, same with Taker, through the years. Where you guys kind of sit on that comparison? And let's make it real quick, Jay Will.
I can see how the characters, like the two guys, were able to evolve their character throughout time, throughout their careers, and still remain entertaining and relevant in a certain way. I don't, I don't always see the people wanting the dream matches of him. Like I don't always see that. Like at one point, maybe the Crow Sting when they said that, but like I can see how one can make the comparison about how they've evolved their characters throughout time. I can definitely see that.
Okay. King Mel, talk to me, man.
I get the comparisons. I understand the comparisons. But I always just thought, me personally, as a big Undertaker fan, I always thought Sting did a little bit more.
Like, okay, you leave me on the cliff right there. Elaborate more. Like, you mean like more as in development of the character, move set, like.
See, the one thing about Sting that we all just said right now, he was able to adapt in different companies. Undertaker only stayed in the WWE. Granted, his company did win the war. So I understand why you only could stay in the WWE.
Yeah, he had no reason to leave.
He ain't have no reason to leave. But we see Sting, NWA, they got bought out. WCW, that got bought out. TNA.
Yep. WWE. Then
WWE.
Yeah, that's fair.
AEW and finishing AEW. So Undertaker never really decided to explore after he became the Undertaker.
That's fair. Because he was, what was he? Hey, Mike, what was he in WCW? What, Mean Mark?
Mean Mark.
Hey, talk to me, Mike. What do you feel about the comparison, man, about Undertaker and Sting?
This is the wrong week for me to fill in. The words expressed by King Mel do not reflect the 613 Faye Network. The man just said he was too young to watch Server's thing.
Hey, but he's a historian, bro.
He said that Sting did more. Man had a 21 and 0 streak.
Was it 21?
It was 21. He broke it at 21. He broke it at 21. That means he was on 21 of the top wrestling shows of all time.
Mm.
Once again, I understand that.
See, I guess this happens on the man cave too. Wasn't finished, but hey, go ahead.
Nah, you good. My
Go
bad.
ahead,
My bad.
Go ahead.
Nah, like I
Go
was
ahead.
saying.
State your claim.
Like I was saying. I just like the fact that Sting was able to adapt in different environments.
So that makes him better than Undertaker.
That's what I found interesting in Sting's career.
Okay. I never saw the comparisons. Sting made up the comparison because he was the one that wanted the dream match.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. I've never understood it. The characters are nothing that's like the same.
Same. I agree with that.
One character of Sting didn't talk for a whole year. At least for one, we got with Undertaker, it was rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? So
he at least said that.
I mean, everything that you're saying that Sting did in those other companies, Undertaker's pretty much done it in one company. Because Sting has gone and adapted in different companies, but Undertaker didn't come into WWE in the Attitude Era. He came into the Hogan era.
Mm-hmm.
He adapted. Then he went to the New Generation era. He adapted. He went to the Attitude Era. He adapted. He went to Ruthless Aggression era. He adapted. He was part of some of the PG era. He adapted.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I never saw the comparison, to be honest with you. But some people wanted the match. I don't know how good it was ever going to be, but
I mean, I think that their whole thing that they're really stretching for is like the dark and broody, but Undertaker's supernatural, that's been that was his whole thing, and like Crow Sting wasn't that. He was just like he was just vengeful and mute. There was nothing else about it.
That's not true. He had moments where he would mess with the lights and have 60 Stings pop up and
but I
things of
don't
that
think
nature.
that was like supernatural. At least like as far like and as I say this, the body language of Undertaker, like he will raise his hand and suddenly it will be dark or lightning will strike, that sort of stuff, and that goes with the supernatural part of it that I'm trying to rationalize.
That's what I'm saying with Sting. Sting did similar things with Crow Sting.
I know the best Sting that he would do was he would impersonate himself, pull a mask off just to
that too. You know what I'm saying? Like there were times when Sting did lightning and stuff like that and wild stuff like that, or Hogan was in the mirror and he would see something or something like that. They care. Okay, so now I think about it, I kind of get why people put them together, but I just don't see it.
I don't see the story for a match though. I don't see it.
Yeah, one's dead and one just don't talk. So how are we ever going to know what the hell they feel?
So who's going to call who out?
Yeah, who's going to... Well, Sting, all Sting needed to do was just point the bat at the WrestleMania sign. He don't want that one in the match.
Sting point the bat, Undertaker go.
Yeah, Undertaker pretty much said multiple times, like, I don't know why he was really trying to get in the mat ring with me. I don't know. I wasn't tripping off of it.
Oh, that's wild.
I wouldn't say me personally, I just think they're both great.
Yeah, they're both great in their own right. So
right.
Let's move on. Anything that popped off in your head, Mike, on the AEW Revolution card that you thoroughly enjoyed?
Tony Storm.
Timeless Tony Storm. And
in the intro.
Oh, the intro?
With Mariah, is it Mariah Mays?
Yeah.
Yeah, when she came out as young Tony Storm.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
I've been loving that story between her and Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuosa. So I've been loving that. The build up for it has been dope. I didn't get a chance to see the match. I won't speak on it. King Mel, anything about AEW Revolution that kind of just popped out to you? Is like, yo, I love this. That was fire. Hey, but you know what? Never mind. I got an idea where you might go, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and say it.
Osprey versus Takesha is one thing that was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I know you too good. I knew you.
Who?
Willow.
Osprey and Takesha.
Oh, well,
And another thing that I did enjoy was actually the stuff with Daniel Bryan and Eddie Kingston, where he got the respect, and then they were chilling in the locker room in the back, getting all taped up and all types of stuff. I found that a little bit entertaining.
Okay. Jay Will, anything else on AEW Revolution you get a chance to peep out that you really thoroughly enjoyed?
I actually did like the Eddie Kingston and Brian Danielson match. The Daniel Garcia match I pretty much liked, and I did enjoy seeing. I like Orange Cassidy, but seeing him lose to Roderick Strong, I wasn't too mad about it. I enjoyed that match.
Word. I will say this, man. Why y'all gotta do my man Swerve like this, dog? Why y'all gotta do my man Swerve like this, man? First of all, I just gotta say this, and we'll move on. Why y'all keep putting Hangman into this shit anyway? Like this dude. Anyway, let's move on. Because there's a bigger story that's going on, and it is building the road to WrestleMania. We got the Bloodline, Rock, Roman Reigns. We got Cody Rhodes. We got Seth Rollins. Hey man, this thing is getting is some good parts about it and some bad parts about it. So let's dive into it. King Mel, what are you loving about this build up to WrestleMania between the Bloodline, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, intertwined, storyline, and kind of give me the thing that you're liking about it so far.
Nah, this is overall. This is great for WrestleMania. Now let's talk about the press conference. They had a great press conference. We saw the smack heard around the world. Right now, we got The Rock acknowledging Roman Reigns in the Bloodline.
I thought that was wild.
He's out here talking. He's talking. He's making this. I could say, to me personally, I said he was born. I told people that. But at the same time, he is making WrestleMania interesting to me. Especially with that match he just announced, that if they beat Roman and Rock, beat Cody and Seth Rollins, it'll be Bloodline rules. So that's interesting for night one. Just to see how night two plays out.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little incentive. Correct me if I'm wrong. I swear, was it you, Oracle, that called it might be a tag team?
yeah. Yep.
Damn, he was right again. Shit.
Yeah. Hey man, listen. It was what it was, man. I don't know how he says it's boring, but hey, to whatever, I guess it's boring. He didn't say nothing about Seth saying sucker and succotash yesterday, but just clown the Rock, But no, I think it's great. I think it's great for WrestleMania. I think as fans, what we do is, well, not me, but I'm gonna say as fans, we don't have enough patience to see let stories build nowadays like they should. Because when Rock inserted himself, at first everybody was mad. But for them to be $1 billion company, they can't be that dumb. I don't think this is a Daniel Bryan situation where they was like, we got to listen to the fans. Yeah, Cody's got to finish his story. I think this might have been the plan the whole time. Soon as Rock said he signed on to do WrestleMania, this was the plan.
Yeah.
I think they're just going off of it and feeding off of it is pretty dope.
I dig it. Jay Will, talk to us, man.
Mike brought up a very good point where he said that they're feeding off of it, and you can tell like they're really taking everything in from crowd reactions, to figure out what's the next step and how to go about it. Like they kind of have a blueprint of what they want to do with it, and then they adjust accordingly. And that feels like the smart way to do it, to keep the fans interested in some way. I mean, if them tickets weren't already sold now, they're definitely selling now that Rock is involved in it. So it's like, come on, man. Like there's a method to the madness. Not everybody's going to be happy about it. The one thing Mike brought up is wrestling fans are. I don't think he said it here, but Mike has said it. Wrestling fans are real fickle because they really wanted Roman and Rock for a long time, and then they brought him in on it. Then it was a problem. Like this year, it's like a problem, and then. But we want Cody. I'm like, bro, like that's where the Cody crybabies came in. Like, come on, y'all. Like,
that's just Cody crybabies.
and then, like, no, it's really a situation where, like, no, y'all not happy with whatever is happening, but now people are watching a little bit more with the recent, how recently things have gone. I mean, how things have gone recently. So it's like, yeah, man, like let it cook a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna be perfect this immediately.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. I don't know about y'all, but this is freaky how we getting like Hollywood Rock. Like it's almost on par. Remember when him and Hogan were going at it when Hogan came back and then he started wearing the red and yellow again, and then they were supposed to have a match, and he was just like, yeah, Hogan just my bad. You know, he was playing them off like he wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
But this is like,
I think it's a mixture of that and Nation Rock and Corporate Rock.
that's fair
I
assessment.
think it's all three of those hills. I think it's a mixture of all three of them.
We definitely getting Hill Rock to the fullest, and here's my only nitpick: if they would change his music to when he was Hill Rock.
Well, they changed his Titantron.
They changed his Titantron.
Yeah, he got red
we
eyes
pay
now.
attention. Yep, I was about to say that.
Okay, that's that. Hey, small details. I'm a small details guy, so I like if he kind of changes his music a little bit, but regardless, he's talking about you crackheads in Glendale. Yeah. Hey, you Cody crybabies. Oh, well, I gotta finish the story. Yeah.
And this is an important fact to note. The reason why I said I think it's always been planned is because if you go back in the timeline, he called Cody crybabies on Pat McAfee.
Yes.
That's before even the press conference happened.
Yes.
So we didn't even know that Cody was going to switch up.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's planned. I don't think they're just saying, hey, yeah, the fans are complaining. Let's change it. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Because just to kind of shed some light, me and Mike were talking about it, how he was doing this on the Pat McAfee show. And hey, we gotta give Pat McAfee his love in the wrestling community. This man has been putting on for the wrestling community. He's I don't want to say he's making it cool to watch wrestling, but like, because wrestling's kind of been out in certain spurts, out there when it's, because like, I don't know about y'all. Hey man, you watch wrestling, me kind of corny, bro. Like, and now it's like you got Rock doing his thing, Roman Reigns been doing his thing. Let's speak on this. So Fridays, Roman Reigns stopped Rock and said, "Man, I need something from you." How y'all feel about Rock going ahead and acknowledging his tribal chief? Jay Will, talk to us, man. Because we can't gloss over this.
Nah, you can't gloss over it. If we think about like the biggest stars in the Samoan family, Rock is there as one of the biggest stars of all time in that Samoan family, and now Roman is that star now. Like acknowledging him and saying, "Yo, you are the tribal chief. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief." Like it's great storytelling if we really think about it at the end. Like it's a part of the acceptance, but I think that there's a bigger picture that's being painted in the background that we got to really pay attention to.
Okay. King Mel, talk to us, man. He got acknowledged the tribal chief, bro.
Yeah, he acknowledged him. He acknowledged Solo. He said he happy. Even though that's his happy face. He gonna sing the national anthem. But one thing that I keep seeing Rock doing when he put his ones up. Why his thumb is up? Why everybody else thumb is in? Why he always got to be the individual to stand out? He did this in the nation. Everybody wore the hats. Rock said, "I ain't wearing that hat."
Mm-hmm.
Now he in the bloodline, and what he doing? Is it one or is it guns up, Rock? Let me know.
Let you know. Mike T, man, talk to us, man. We can't gloss over it. You got to acknowledge the tribal chief,
I
baby.
thought you was going to hit him with the chair, King Mel. I thought you was going to hit him when he said he's one of the most. Like what?
He is.
Right? He's definitely the head of the table for real. But nah, I've been telling y'all since I've been on the show. Everyone's going to acknowledge our tribal chief. It's the right thing to do.
It was necessary, huh?
What? Plus, it's more footage for when they do actually get their match. They can go back to say this. He said this. He said, it was dope.
Hey, man. I thought it was a big piece. When if you smell and he put the hand on the forearm, I was like, Roman really. I was, okay, Roman. He said, I need something from you,
Because
man.
he kind of been low and blowing him the whole time. Like Roman comes out, then you got to introduce The Rock to come out.
Mm.
He talked 20 minutes. Roman say 3 minutes worth of stuff. It's been The Rock show pretty much.
I mean, Mike T, you right about that. Because Friday, Roman said, "Oh, y'all ain't acknowledging me. I'm going home." And Paul Heyman like, "Nah, you got to wait for The Rock."
Exactly.
Like, and then I don't know if everybody peeped, but Paul Heyman got another phone. My man out there like Kevin Gates, he got a Rock phone and a Roman Reigns phone.
He got two phones.
I can see how that plays.
Chief and one for the tribal chief.
It plays on later on, like you came back trying to overshadow the tribal chief. Now I gotta whoop you.
Like I said, a bigger picture is being painted in the background. We got to pay attention to it.
Y'all, boy, y'all three cooking tonight, boy. Y'all, okay. I smell what y'all cooking over here for Corner Boyz. Okay. All right. But there's a flip side to it. There's a flip side to the storyline. How you guys feeling on the Cody Rhodes and the Seth Rollins perspective? Talk to me, King Man.
Cody got every right to be angry. Seth Rollins, mind your business. To be honest with you, this shit ain't got nothing. Cody didn't choose you. Go worry about Drew now. That's your opponent. Let Cody go find a new teammate. He should go grab Jay or something. Jay more interested in this story than Seth Rollins. Cody didn't choose you. You told me I'm gonna be there to watch your back. I don't trust you.
Okay. You hitting on something. So let me ask you this, Jay Will. Do you think there's a backstory to that situation?
With Cody, with Seth wanting to be involved with Cody?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he feel like he got something to prove. I mean, he lost 3 matches, from 3 pay-per-views in a row. So like, I can see that. But like, the thing that's more interesting to me about Seth Rollins, specifically for him and what he's supposed to be having going on, he's supposed to have a match against Drew McIntyre, and neither Drew nor him are actually really interested in wrestling each other. What it looks like Drew McIntyre is really out there trolling fans and trolling CM Punk instead of actually going at Seth Rollins. I think that, and so you see Seth Rollins being involved with Cody in this situation, but then Drew messing with CM Punk. It's like, all right, dog. Like, do y'all care about each other?
Drew just went at Seth Rollins last night.
Yeah, he gave him a Claymore the other night.
True.
He gave him a Claymore the other night.
And on Twitter today.
Yeah, he going at Seth Rollins.
Jump in here, Mike T. What are your thoughts on the perspective from Cody and Seth Rollins on this side of the story?
So I kind of agree with both of them. I don't know how we got Seth involved, other than Seth involving himself. It could have been anybody, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with Jay because we don't know what Jay and Jimmy might do. We don't know if that's locked in for WrestleMania yet because we haven't seen anything since. But I kind of do agree with well, I don't know, man. I just think that it's kind of weird how Seth is because if before the stipulations were put, I did call that it was going to be a tag team match. But before these new stipulations were put in, that if the bloodline wins, then they can't interfere. Then it kind of leads me to Seth might play it fair this WrestleMania, or Seth might be the one that cost what you call it. Like they win the match against Rock and Roman, and then Seth be the one that cost them. But I don't think that I think WWE knows that we have too many smart fans out there. So I don't think that one will out. I could see it, but I don't. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Like they win the match and the bloodline is. But then what do you leave Seth?
Well, see,
and if Seth wins,
yeah,
what's the point? Because Seth still got a match against Drew.
Yeah.
I think what WWE has done, and this is like a football analogy.
Yeah.
They have too many quarterbacks.
So that means you got none.
Well, no, which means you actually in the flip side, that means you got a good problem. They got a bunch of stories right now that can go any type of way. Like Drew can win.
Yeah.
But we're also hearing Punk is going to be involved in WrestleMania. So Drew can lose still. And he's built this up, like I was saying before with on the 100th show, that him and Punk, once Punk is cleared, they don't need no belt.
Yeah, they can just go at it.
They can just go at it.
Yeah.
Seth, same thing. If he loses, when Punk comes back, same thing. Everybody is intertwined with it. You don't know where it's going to go. But I do know one thing. Cody ain't finishing no damn story this year.
Hey, I just want to add on to what you was just saying. Like about the whole Drew situation. Drew could win, and then we could have Damian Priest come in and cash in on him.
Exactly. There's so many different ways you can go with this WrestleMania.
That's what makes this WrestleMania. We don't know what the real outcome is going to be. We could guess, but WWE could make a left turn. They could make a right turn. We don't know. And that's why I find it very interesting right now.
Also, I just forgot that Damian Priest still got that Money in the Bank.
I was just about to say that. We still have Damian Priest with the Money in the Bank right now, and he could cash in at any time on anybody. Like,
yeah, he could cash in on Drew because he beefing with him.
Yeah, but
he cash in on Gunther, anybody.
Thank you. He was also beefing with Gunther, so it's kind of like I don't know where Damian. First of all, I'm kind of like Mike. I forgot he had the damn thing because it's like, yeah, you see him walk out with it, but storyline wise, from a fan point, you like, I don't. When is he going to like cash in his joint? Like, I don't. Anyway, because I don't see how you can insert him into, the top championship, but. That's just me personally. I'm not a big fan of Damian, but
that's the way to do it, though.
Yeah.
On Mania, because if you really think about the Money in the Bank people, he's held it kind of almost as long as Seth held it.
Yeah.
When we started to forget that Seth held it. Remember that match on that WrestleMania that Seth had, which was 31. He lost to Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Everybody forgot he had the Money in the Bank.
Until his music hit.
That's why that moment was so big.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No.
Well, he could pull a Dolph Ziggler. He can cash in the night after.
Right. He can cash in that Monday. Cody sitting up there celebrating, or well, not Cody, because we know he ain't gonna win. But Drew or Seth can be celebrating their Mania win, and yeah, he catches in.
Yeah, we know he ain't gonna do the tribal chief. He only show up 5 times, man.
Right.
Hey, but I do want to point out what you said, Mike, because I've been having a gut feeling. Because once the stipulations were added to the tag match, I'm like, what is Seth's angle on this? Like, because if they win, it bars the bloodline. And Rock made it specific. It said the bloodline is disbarred from the ring. And didn't say anything about nobody else. So I'm like, maybe Seth Rollins might do something kind of.
That match in itself got different tangles it can go to.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Because if Rock and Roman lose, boom.
That sets that up. Yeah. And that that could probably end up being that 1v1 match at maybe what, SummerSlam?
Or they win, and then he cost them the what is it? The 1.1000, the 0.00% that Cody does win. You know what I'm saying? That then, it's so many ways you can go with this WrestleMania.
That's a doubt. And I don't know about y'all, but I think this is probably because they're hyping it up to be the biggest WrestleMania ever. So
I mean, every WrestleMania is gonna be the biggest WrestleMania ever.
Yeah, but you hear how they talking about it though.
They care about the tens a lot though. So
Yeah,
like 10, 20, 30,
yeah.
they care about those a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. The landmark years.
Yeah, of course. So it's XL. So they're saying extra large. So they they trying to think about doing it big. So
Pause.
yeah, super pause. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Here's one thing about the whole storyline that and I'm glad you brought this up earlier, Mike, when you said fans need to stop being a little bit fickle and let shit marinate. We also got to stop getting personal. I mean, we got the die signs, and we getting like stuff getting blanked out on TV because of the signs, or you going after his daughter on social media. That shit corny, bro. Like, can we stop with the come on, chill out. Like, let's stop with the personal. I had to throw that in there because I keep seeing a little bit too much of that. So let's talk ladies wrestling, because I think and then we'll kind of bring it home after that, because the ladies are showing doing their damn thing too. Mama Rhea held it down in Perth at Elimination Chamber. A quick show of hands. Who tried to stay up at 5 a.m. and watch it? You actually tried?
I missed I was on it by 2 matches.
Yeah, I tried, dog.
I was up at the beginning, and then I fell asleep at the last 2 matches.
Boy, I was about every 20 minutes trying to where am I at? So I knew the results before everybody else, of course, who didn't get up, but it was like, yeah. But anyway, the Elimination Chamber. After that, we saw Liv. She's inserting herself. Her and Becky, I got a quick little beef. Obviously, Becky and Mama Rhea got they match at WrestleMania, doing their thing. Nia Jax is intertwined in that. So, Jay Will, what about the ladies of wrestling right now? What are you enjoying in some of the storylines that are popping off right there?
I think I'm actually the most interested with the Bailey and Io Sky feud right now, simply because this was Damage Control was Bailey's baby. That was her plan. Like, that was what she wanted, and she brought that group together, and it all just kind of crumbled around her. There are a lot of the connections that were being made, and now we saw the turn on her. Like everybody turned their back on her. So it's like it's good to see this happening now, and it's a great story overall. Watching how it played out, I'm definitely the most interested in that as far as the women's was concerned. The moment Becky got inserted was with Rhea was when I was like, all right, man, like yeah, she's a good challenger. I'm 100% agreeing with that, but like it always just seems like WWE is either going to shoehorn in or bring in Becky or Charlotte when they're available. And that's where I'm just like, nobody else is tired of that. But I guess for Mania, it makes sense to put somebody so big up there. That's all. I get that.
I feel you. I dig it. Mike, man, what are you enjoying in some of these storylines from the ladies of wrestling going on right now?
The reason why I enjoy these storylines so much with the women is because, like we just said with the men, they can go either way. There's so many different women that's involved in these storylines that you can paint different pictures, you can do different stories, and you can have multiple women's matches that make sense at Mania instead of just the belts. You know, you can have women's actual single matches that have nothing to do with the belt. Or you can have a multi-woman match, which it looks like the Becky and Rhea might go to. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to a multi-woman match. But Nia Jax's looked better since she's come back.
That's fair.
But she looks a lot better. You know, I'm not really a big Liv fan, but she's doing her job. She's doing what she got to do. Tiffy
time?
Tiffy time is shooting up the rankings. Because again, you got to give these stories. She just whooped Naomi. You know what I'm saying? She got it. Are they going to have her versus Bianca at Mania? Or have Bianca team up with Naomi and they have a tag team match? So it's impressive. I like what they're doing with the women.
Oh, dope. King Mel, talk to us. What are you loving some of these storylines with the women?
Yeah. First off, I want to start off by saying, producer, please cut out the fact this man just said Tiffy.
Hey,
That's
man, don't do me like that, dog.
What did he say? Tiffy time?
Tiffy time.
He did.
Okay.
You know, give him the beep. Put Hollywood on it. But all jokes aside, let's get back to what you were just saying. Right now, one thing with these women's storylines, especially around the ones around the champion, these things have been backtracked. So these things Liv was just talking about why she wanted to face Rhea. Rhea turned on her. They were former tag team. They was a former tag team. Rhea left her, joined Judgment Day. And look where Rhea at now. Bayley. Jay Will pointed out she created damage control. She brought them in. But at the same time, what did Bayley do for damage control? Because those two women was champions, Dakota and Io. They was tag team champions. I ain't seen Bayley hold a champion since damage control. So what damage is she doing out there? Because the only damage I seen was her getting whipped by Bianca left and right. So Io has a right to kick her out the group, to be fair. And then bringing her own people that Bayley jumped years ago during the pandemic. Sent one off to Japan. I'm just saying, like, then we know you can't trust Dakota. If you're a friend of Dakota, she gonna turn on you. So
that was probably the most predictable turn.
I'm just saying, like, I don't really trust anything Dakota Kai, Dakota Prescott. I don't know. They like to say to me, they always turn when you.
All right, wrap this show up. We're not. That was a good one, and I'm not even a Cowboy fan.
Can't trust her. But all seriousness, like they're interesting. Tiffany Stratton is growing.
Yeah.
Naomi could possibly be in the Bloodline storyline. That's what I'm rooting for between the brothers. Because she was a manager, a trio with them at one point. So something could happen if they have a match at Mania, and she got to make a decision. Is she going to choose Yeet or no Yeet? And who is smiling?
Hey, here's what I love about all these different avenues with the women. We still haven't found a way to insert Jade Cargill, but she keeps popping up. She keeps making appearances. We still haven't found a proper place to put her in insert her. So I think that's a wild card in that whole little storyline with the women. So, hey,
be in that what's that called? What? Is it the Moolah Classic now when they do the Women Battle Royal?
I think it's just the women.
Oh, Woman Classic. Yeah, that's right. They changed it from Moolah. Yeah, so she gonna be in that Woman Classic.
Yeah, I don't see them not having her at WrestleMania doing something.
Yeah, she got to do something.
Or if she don't, then that Monday is all her.
Oh yeah,
she gonna be in the tag team match at WrestleMania. I guarantee it. She's gonna be in the tag team match.
Word. Well, hey man, we gonna pull up to the pit stop, man. We back. We back in full effect. But before we leave, the host of WWE 2K24, the My GM League. Mike T, since you are here, just give us a quick breakdown on how this show is going to go, my brother. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So each week, well, if you haven't played my GM mode is a mode that they brought back to WWE. It was a mode that we had back in the day in our video games. Basically, it's a mode to see who books the best show, who makes the most money, who is the most successful at booking. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that every week. And I'm your host. They call me Michael Toll. You know, like Michael Cole with Turner mixed together. So you can call me that, and I'll be hosting the show. I'll be letting you know all the dumb stuff they do, all the good stuff they do, and all the dumb stuff they do. Yes, I'm gonna be pointing out the dumb stuff. Like, why would you draft
Natalia.
Tegan Knox in the 3rd round? It doesn't make any sense. See, I wasn't gonna do that. I told you I wasn't gonna make fun of that person no more. I'm not gonna do that. But
I did
it's
that.
gonna be dope. Every week, we're gonna have a new show, so you can leave in the comments what you think. I'm learning more and more about it. Mel, don't tell me nothing about the game until I actually get it. But I'm learning more and more stuff that you can do within the game, which is like trades and things of that nature. So these guys will be trading and stuff like that. The first episode, which you'll see tomorrow from this episode, actually no, 2 days. 2 days. Remember, we moved.
Yeah.
We're on Saturdays now.
Yeah.
We on Prime Time Saturday. We going head to head with Collision, y'all.
Yeah, so we on Saturdays now. Although I'm going to leave this one on Sunday, so this is a Sunday episode. Next week you can catch it on Saturday. Next week you can catch it on Saturday. So Monday, I'm sorry, but Monday is the first episode, which will be the draft, which was a lot of fun last year. That's all as far as we got last year. I promise you, we will get further than that this year. We'll be doing different weeks, and everybody will get to see. Wildcard Mara is not the host of this show. He's the actual participant.
Yes.
Yes, he's the actual participant. Last year, I think, who was winning? Mel? Mel was winning.
He ain't winning this year. I'm a
Jose was in 2nd. Marshall was in 3rd. Jay was in 4th.
Yeah, Jay will stay in 4th.
Yeah, so you guys,
Not happening.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We may incorporate a match or two, just us voting who might have the best match that week, and we just might watch the match or something. Who knows what we're gonna do? But as far as booking and stuff like that, you'll get to see inside the minds. Like, why did he book Roman Reigns versus Vacant? I don't know.
Vacant undefeated, bro.
Yeah, I'll be giving them little tips on on what was going on. So yeah,
Word. So y'all check that
each and
out.
every Monday at 2:00 on the YouTube channel.
Yes, the 613 Faye Productions YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You will see the WWE 2K24 My GM League every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hosted by Hollywood Mike T, yours truly. Hey, Mike T, man, go ahead, drop them socials so the people can follow you, my dude.
Coach Drip 304 on Instagram, Mike T 304 on Twitter, Michael Turner on Facebook, 613 everywhere.
Hey, you heard the man. Tap in with him. Jay Will, drop them socials so the people can follow you, my dude.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook in the Four Corners of Wrestling group on Facebook as Jay Will with 1 L, JAYWIL 1 L. And you can find me on Twitter or X at 4CB_J Will with 1 L.
That's what's up. You heard the man. Go follow, like, share, subscribe. 613 Faye Productions YouTube channel. King Mel, drop them socials.
Yes, you can find me King Mel Stacks on Twitter. You can find me King Mel 13 on IG and Jemell Scroggins on Facebook.
You heard him. Go give him a follow. And then, of course, you can always follow me, KCY Kamara on the Twitter, RW Sports Network, or 613 Faye Productions on the YouTube channel. That's where we at. Hey, you gonna shut the door on them. We gotta get up out of here. But please, make sure, leave this shit to the professionals. Do not try this at home. 4C boys, we out of here. Foes up, quads down. We'll holler at y'all. Peace and love.